All right. Season 2, Episode 5, Through the Looking Glass Ruins. This is one of the biggest episodes of the season.
Yes.
I say one of because there are a couple other
One of
big
many.
Yes. Brock, the usual questions, things you noticed, things you liked about this episode.
I finally got the purple hair I knew was going to happen since before I started watching the show.
Yep, you
Yep.
got the origins of the purple hair.
And I was right about the mom hating her not having green hair and dyeing it because of the roots and all that. I'm waiting on one other detail if it comes up of that prediction that I made, so we'll see.
Okay.
There's one small connective tissue that I need to wait to drop for the fact that why she's the only one that has to dye her hair.
Misao, how was it revisiting one of the biggest moments of probably the show, if I'm being honest?
Same thing. When Emily gave Loser back in the teacup, it's like, yes!
Yeah, that to say that was an earth-shattering moment would be an understatement for this fandom.
Yes.
Now, that being said, the real star of the show is Gus.
Yeah. Gus got that little character development.
He did.
Oh, he got like so much development. And he proved that illusion magic is pretty badass when done to that extreme.
Yes.
There's a reason why he's 2 grades ahead at his age.
Exactly. Although I love the way the show opens. With the illusions bothering Willow.
Yes. Can you take him back, please?
You can't.
Okay?
So.
Are you okay?
You want me to sing to you?
Where's Willow?
Oh, and before that, King recording Gus's voicemail.
I'm not saying this. Oh, come on. Fine. It's appendage. No, it's Gus, the master illusionist.
The humor in this show, when it hits hard.
Yeah.
It does.
But there's another character who comes back for the first time in, well, since last season.
The nerdiest name in all of fandom, Matholomew.
No, even better. With the deep voice.
Oh, sorry. He went through puberty. I can't think of
it. With the deep voice.
Praxis.
Thank you, mysterious heroes.
Best side character.
Forgot what his name was, but yes, I had that in my notes. Thank you, mysterious heroes. You saved
every
my
time.
son.
Love that side character.
Good lord.
Yeah, so this time Gus meets up with Matholomew and the kids from Glandis High.
Every time I hear Glandis High, I just think of Bass High from Cromartie.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh, God.
And these kids are, they're teenagers who don't know any better, so they're going in way over their heads with this mission to gather up all the Galder stones. But little do they know that they're being kept by the Guardians, which are just all illusions.
Yes. I can't. Oh no, I'm not gonna be able to think of it to save my life. But essentially, the Wizard of Oz just sitting behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's really what he is.
Yeah, basically.
Now, the thing about this episode that's kind of interesting is both the A plot and B plot really could have been their own A stories.
Yeah.
They could have.
That's honestly what makes this such a strong episode, because both of these separate storylines are just that good in their own right. And this is what I was talking about when I said this episode picks up where the other one left off, where Luce is finally trying to find the diary that Gwendolyn told her about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And of course, to do that, she needs Amity's help.
I've never seen a person get that physically bothered by someone, putting their hair up in a ponytail. I don't know if that effect has anything on women, but that's why I keep my hair short, so I don't, just cause a stir if I'm ever out in public.
It's okay. That's why I don't show my soldiers. I don't want to distract you too.
Calm down, ma'am. We do not need that inappropriate behavior. Not in my Christian Minecraft server. Next thing you know, you're going to be wearing knee-length dresses, and it's just going to be... Ugh.
I know. Eventually, it's going to be too much for you guys.
This is just
most unorthodox.
This is going to get into vapors.
Every time Amity's siblings come up, they're always a delight.
Yes.
I remember not being sure how I felt about them at first, but every time they come up, we
redeem themselves.
Yeah.
Mm.
Eventually, they just become just plain old likable characters.
Yes.
Yes, the cheerleaders for Amity's lesbian awakening.
Yes.
You're not wrong.
I'm not mad. I'm just like super disappointed. I'm gonna totally gonna have to fire you. Lord.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing about the humor in the show. They hit you in places you both would expect and also wouldn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. That was just like, I'm waiting for the shoe. They're very good at shoe drop humor with dramatic cuts.
Oh no, Amity lost her job for all of 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Oh,
It's just stupid things when I'm around you. I like doing stupid things around you too.
Not quite a love confession, but yeah, we're getting there.
It's Disney. You have to ease into the lesbianism.
Mm-hmm. True.
Which I am stepping through minefields looking for thumbnails, by the way, for these episodes, because oh boy, do they not care to curtail that shit to the actual episodes and where they happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna get much easier from here.
No. Because the picture that I'm going to use for the thumbnail for this didn't naturally just come up on Google until I got very specific in the search. And even that took a while. And I'm just like, cool. Amity gets longer hair later.
Thanks, Google.
So
Hold it
helpful.
for him.
To be fair, I got that spoiled looking for thumbnails for episode 2 of season 1.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
what is it when I could look up an episode for fresh takes for any animes? They're like, nope, we're giving you that episode and that episode only. This, nope, no thanks. We're just gonna all over. We're just gonna Amity and Luce kiss. Here's a picture of Gus and a character you haven't met from an oncoming season. I'm like, that's not in this episode, my dog. Why are we even? The names aren't even in the search. What are we doing?
I swear, Google has gotten so much worse since, well, since forever. But
Yes.
I was gonna say, how specific are we gonna be here?
Very apparently.
I think other than the moment, probably one of my favorite parts of this episode was the illusion, because we get to see some pretty gruesome imagery
Yes.
that Gus
Yeah,
conjures up.
Yeah, the bleeding eye witches or the bleeding eye statues. Just which, oh boy, I'm gonna reference the movie Stigmata, which I guarantee you Masao was just lean over. But yeah, there's just some overly religious context with that if you take it in the wrong way. But just like, yeah, and then her hands deteriorating and looking like her magic's not working, and that was some messed up stuff.
But it worked.
It did work. That is true.
There's a couple cool Easter eggs in the library. One of them is a reference to the Edwardian era.
It's a dead Wardian era.
Yep. That will come up later for more plot reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But the other biggest lore drop is, now that we have the journal. Well, first of all, that little Echo Mouse is basically like a projector for the diary.
Mm-hmm.
So we're finally introduced to the author of
the Emperor. What?
The owner.
Every detail I get is just literally shoving coal in the fire at this point.
We're introduced to the author of the journal,
Philip Whittabang.
If that is your real name. God.
Yeah, so we get this. We don't really get much because they show this at the end of the episode, but he's pretty much just introducing himself through this passage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not really much else I can say without giving too much away.
There's not much you can say without saying Brock's right, so we're gonna move on.
Mike, the floor is all yours. You're running this, not me.
Well, okay. Thoughts so far on season 2 as of this episode?
It's really good. It's clicking along nicely, and it's keeping more serious than the other seasons, which is obvious.
Yes. It goes off the rails.
I will warn you that the second half of the season is when things get things get more real.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes, I think I don't know how many episodes, but there's one episode is the really big turning point to where everything goes. Did you know you might know what episode I'm talking about?
I know exactly which episode you're talking about.
Yes. Oh my god. Once we get to that episode, that's gonna be very.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it was very mind blowing when that episode came out.
But for now, Isao, where can everyone find you online?
You can find me on Twitter at Kibalo028.
And Brock?
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mainly on Twitch and YouTube.
And you guys can find me on various social media sites at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and that place at Ren Pop Culture. You can find us on YouTube, on Podchaser. Consider supporting our Patreon at patreon.com/Renegade Pop Culture. Listen to all of our podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen. And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. You can escape, so do we. And until next time,
Bye.
Bye.